Welcome to A&D Digest, where we bring you the latest insights and expert opinions on all things mortgage related. I'm your host, Nikita Verndub, and today we'll be discussing a range of important topics that I'm sure to interest our audience. We will begin by examining the current state of economy, of course, and exploring some pressing mortgage questions that are on the minds of many brokers and borrowers. Then we will look at the new website feature that we recently added to make it easier for brokers to quickly submit scenarios for us to review, and with borrower can count on having their details filled in the form. So sit back, relax, and let us get started. Now over to Alex Suslov, Head of Capital Markets, and Mike Pearson, Senior Vice President of Business Development. Two legends of A&D Mortgage are back. Alex, Mike, thank you so much for making it. As always, it's a pleasure having you here. I'm happy that we finally, all three of us met again.
I'm excited. It's my first time in the studio. I guess my invitation to the last couple of meetings got lost in the mail, but excited to be here.
Yeah, super happy as well. I think it's gonna be fine. I like doing it with Mike, and we have a lot to discuss since our last.
Right? So basically, for those of you who didn't watch the first episode, Mike Pearson is the Vice President of the Business Development in A&D Mortgage. Well, Mike, could you please tell us what does business development mean?
Yeah, just a fancy way of saying that I support A&D's growth across the spectrum. So we work with the internal sales team here in Hollywood, Florida. I also travel across the country for trade shows and whatever we need to do to help connect brokers with A&D and find ways to support their business.
Alex, speaking about actually the business development, back to 2008, there was a big crash. A lot of people were scared that it's gonna affect their businesses' lives, basically. What's happening today? The rates are still high. They are rising. What's going on?
That's a very provocative question. I think today, I can tell you that obviously rates are going up, and we see some similar patterns, like Fed raising rate. Housing affordability is going a little down, which would definitely cool off market a little bit. If you could have bought a $500,000 property with 2 or 3% rate and pay somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 with higher interest rate, your payment would be higher, and people won't be able to afford it. Thus, market prices will go down, which is pretty obvious. However, the difference between 2008 and today is the underwriting standards and the way we work on our loan, the way the amount of due diligence we're doing, and there were a lot of regulations put in place to protect home buyers, to protect borrowers, to make sure people don't abuse borrowers, don't charge crazy fees, right, Mike?
Yeah. Property values, of establishing appraisal standards, right?
Back in 2008, people could have charged up to 10% borrower for just origination fees, things like that. Right now, all this is prohibited. Appraisal standards, as Maya said, right? There's no crazy inflation of the properties. Back then, people were just flipping houses. Today, it's, I'd say, more under control. We, in our non-KM space, do verifications of income, of bank statements,
Right.
P&Ls. It is alternative income verification. However, we do in fact verify people's ability to repay, and CFPB has thorough regulations of that. So I don't think people need to be scared about market crash, but be cautious about market price, housing prices. It would cool off a little bit. However, I think it's all cyclical. Long term, housing market will grow in the United States for sure, because population grow, number one, the money supply grow, number two, right? And overall, the economy is developing and growing. So I don't think housing market crash is something that we would see.
Got it. Thank you. That's pretty clear, and I hope our reviewer is going to be now more calm regarding that. What about the commercial side of the business? How's the mortgage rates are on the commercial side?
Commercial business is I think the first part of housing business that would get hit by rising rates, because in commercial business it's only based on the cash flow. It's pure cash flow. When you buy a residential property, you may overpay a little bit because your wife loves it and she already imagined herself in that new house, and you're ready to pay a little more for that. Plus, in residential housing, most of the mortgages are 30-year fixed, or at least 15 or 20-year fixed, and a lot of borrowers fix their rates in 2020, 2021 today. In commercial space, most of the loans are floaters. So in 3 years or 5 years, you would need to refinance your property. Let's say you're a hotel. When you refinance from 3% to 8% or 9% today, your cash flows change, and it's pure math. Most of the funds or insurance companies or big money managers are investing in those projects, and for them, the way the hotel looks, the way your office space looks, is not that important. They probably don't visit on a day-to-day basis. It's just pure math, and as long as the fund can support the yield, they're in the business. So for commercial space, it would be a little harder, and property values may drop first, because if you're upside down with your economics, probably you would try to either sell the property or do something like that. So it's a little tougher for commercial space today, but all that has a longer effect, because, for example, if you have your car leased or financed and you pay today 3% because you got your car in 2021, the reset would be on your 3-year lease in 2024. So most of the resets on commercial space towards the end of 2024 is where we see some changes. That's pretty much the general market view we see today.
Thank you so much, Mike. So I think it's still crucial, like, for people owning a house. What about those who unfortunately have a bad credit score? What's the best way for them to proceed getting a home?
Sure. Well, yeah. Step one is defining what you mean by that, right? So, not all scores are created equal. So, that's what's nice about working with a lender that's going to evaluate and review your credit and kind of establish what's possible and what's not, and where you might need to do some work. We offer a wide variety of products. We do, a ton of non-QM, but we also do some government programs, FHA, conventional, other first-time homebuyer programs. So, it really takes getting to a professional, getting to your mortgage broker and having them review that credit with you and determining what the best path forward is. But you can always review that with your A&D account executive as well.
Pretty clear. Speaking actually about that, Alex, not about the purchasing, the refinance. If you already have a house, but you have a pretty bad rate and you want to you think it's the perfect time to refinance a mortgage, when should you think people start doing that?
I think if you look at it simple, when current rate is lower than your rate, if you got a mortgage in 2020, probably not the right time right now to switch from 2% to 9%, right? It also depends on your goals, right? When you refinance, there may be two goals that you're pursuing, right? Either improve the rate or get a cash out refinance. And that would depend on what you're planning to do with the money. If you need money to do some improvements or anything, you can do that anytime as long as you can sustain the payment. But if you want to improve your rate, you should do that the time when the rates go down. If you currently have 4% or 5% rate, I think it's a decent rate, and you won't get anything better until the end of 2024 or so. But if you have today a bridge loan, you can come even to A&D Mortgage and refinance your 12% loan today at 7% or so.
Yeah, the rates are kind of crazy right now. That's definitely true. Mike, I heard, someone actually told me in the company that
might have been me.
Might have been you, right? Might have been you. That we have an amazing tool for customers. It's called scenario request form,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, but we have a variety of tools for our clients, but the scenario request is one that kind of came out of speaking with our clients, working some of the trade shows and association events that we do. Clients often look for just a quick answer on a simple scenario. They may not have all the details, they may not have all the different pricing models and things that they want to do, but they need a quick yes or no, right? So we've developed a scenario request, a very simple scenario request where you can put in just basic information, submit that request, and expect an answer within a half hour.
I believe any borrower, any broker will be interested in that because it's like super simple process.
We would like to think so. Yeah. Yeah. The beauty of it is the simplicity, right? You're looking at basically, I think it's 9 fields right now, and 3 of them are your name, email address, and phone number. So it's a very simple solution for any type of borrower. We do every kind of loan? We do not, but we do over 90% of the loans that are out there. So to be able to just plug in real basic information, and if needed, we can follow up with you and get additional details. But to get that quick answer in a time like now where you need to place it and move on to the next deal, it's nice to have that solution.
But why actually should the brokers use it? Why shouldn't they just call the account executive or the salesperson in the...
Yeah, of course they're welcome to. We encourage that relationship with the AE, but listen, we're all, we all have a lot going on. You don't always have time to wait through a phone call or, remember somebody's email address, send it out, hope you remember to follow up on it. The nice part about it, again, is it's simple, admortgage.com. Click on the scenario button, you fill in a couple fields, and you can place it and forget it and know that you'll get a phone call back or a solution back within a half hour.
I prefer technology as well, to be honest. If you think of even a parallel with your bank, would you prefer to go in the app and just do something quick, request something, request a replacement of your card, for example, if you lost it? It's super simple, right? You don't need a complicated process. You just click and you're done, instead of calling the bank, waiting line.
Yeah, them for response.
So you're not mailing in all your bills anymore? Are you telling me you're one of these guys that do them all online?
No, I'm sending my checks.
Okay, there you go. All right. Good combination. Have both.
I believe actually we're missing that part when, for example, when the broker actually or whoever calls the company, there's like a music.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Then you got to put up with the music. Yeah.
So how does this differ from other tools that we actually have?
Well, yeah. So again, we have so many tools for our clients. We have marketing. We have Quick Pricer, which is a great way, again, with basic information to get quick pricing results back. The beauty of the scenario is when you don't have all the details, you're not ready to submit. You're just trying to see if a loan is even doable. Again, quick, easy. You can fill out a scenario request in less than 30 seconds, submit it, and get a response back. So it's the simplicity and the speed, which is what you need in this business.
Speed is really, really important. So basically it's just, you're going to the website, you're just pressing a couple buttons, and you can fill out the form, right?
Absolutely. And while you're in there, take a look at our guidelines, quick price out some scenarios, spend some time in the site.
Right. Well, that's, I guess, it for now. If you guys have anything to add, I'm happy to listen. I'm pretty sure that the viewers are.
I have a question for you. You brought up 2008. Were you alive in 2008?
I was, but I wasn't actually facing that issue personally, but I was listening to the news, but yeah, it's been a while.
And buying properties in 2000.
That's right. Well, Mike, Alex, thank you so much for coming. I'm always happy when I see you here. This couch is yours, so you're always welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Excellent. I was promised dinner.
Yeah, I will make it happen.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, guys. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of A&D Digest. We were joined by 2 fantastic guests, Alex Suslov and Mike Pearson, who shared their expertise on the range of important topics. Alex and Mike provided valuable insights and expert opinions, and we are grateful for their time and expertise. We hope you found today's episode informative and helpful, and we'll look forward to bringing you more expert analysis and insights on A&D Digest in the future. We invite you to follow us and stay tuned for more videos like this. Until next time, keep creating success stories.